Red Dirt Rooster Road. One waiting.
Hey y'all, we are here. Well, half of us are. There we go. There's Robbie. Hi, Joe. Let's see. Yeah, Monty is making his way over. Okay. Trying to get this thing started. Make sure I don't have any speakers open in the background. Okay.
Woohoo! I'm here.
We jumped off a few minutes ago, so I wasn't sure when Jack got finished up. Hi, Rebecca. Goodness. How is everybody? Rebecca, did I hear Jack say that you had surgery on your hand?
No,
That was not Rebecca.
it was Rebecca, but she didn't have to. She hasn't had surgery.
Oh, that is wonderful. Okay.
We'll let Rebecca tell the story.
We'll let you tell the story. We were in and out trying to get ready for ours and trying to finish up eating. Hi, Noble. Let's see. Yeah, Rebecca will jump on. Hi, Dina. Oh, I know y'all probably had to go out and finish closing up the animals and stuff. I was trying to get all that done when we came in at the tail end of Robbie's, I think, and still running in and out. Oh. What was Jack wrong about? Hi, Jerry. Thank you for coming in. Okay.
We actually got to see Jerry at
I know.
Rendezvous.
Yep. That was a lot of fun. So that's one of the best things about yep. You got the light blue. Okay. I got the teal.
I'm about ready to go down to a large instead of an XL.
Yeah. Matter of fact, when I looked at that, I was like, ooh, that shirt might be a little big now. So, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. Hi, John and Kelly. Yeah, I see John. Oh my. Let's see. Yeah, we got to. That's one of the best things about the rendezvous, the expos, things like that, is that so many of us are able to come out and go to those. The meetups also. I mean, the meetups are great because we've got to meet so many people. Pop Willie, everyone. Hello, Butt Nuggets. Nice ball cap.
I did on the Butt Nuggets. I did pop wheelie on the riding mower today.
Really?
Yeah.
On accident?
Well, you can see the marks out in the yard.
Oh my. Well, I saw the gravel was torn up in one spot. I didn't know if that was you or the four-wheeler. It was you?
It was me.
On purpose?
No. Not entirely.
Oh my. Oh yeah, thumbs up. Thanks, Jack. We can use all we can get. Oh my. Yeah. Okay. So yes, it's kind of been a whirlwind with just seems like we've been coming and going just like crazy here lately. And
every time we come home from the rendezvous, we bring a new rooster home.
Oh.
But
well,
we also came home with more than just a rooster.
Well, there's a method to my madness.
Hallelujah.
Well, I don't know how many of y'all know, and I haven't put it on video yet, but my sweet little, okay, y'all know that my Frizzy Cosmo that we brought home from the Oklahoma Rendezvous last year, I saved him from Jack's chicken demonstration lineup. We pulled him out of the cage and brought him home with us. Most adorable little rooster guy. Well, I got his offspring because this spring I hatched out a bunch of those little mutant chicks. That's what we called them. So I did have a few roos, and my neighbor took a couple, and just beautiful little guys, and I kept one. And so about a month ago, we lost Frizzy Cosmo, just out of the blue. So I brought his little offspring in, little mini cos.
He was on death row.
Yes,
She stayed
rescued
his
him.
execution.
He had one really good year here. He was pretty happy, and he had
Plenty of feed and plenty of women.
he had quite a few offspring, because I think I did two double batches.
There's Paul.
Oh my gosh, who's that?
We were fixing to wonder what happened to Paul. We're gonna
Wow.
post a thing, majig.
So anyway, where was I at? Now I don't even know. No, wait a minute. I can't do two things at once, obviously. I should have had that done already, but I forgot. So anyway, maybe a week ago, right before the rendezvous, right before we left, little Mr. Mini Cosmo, he started running. He started kind of getting aggressive, darting at our grandbaby, and then me. So he is now going to find a new home. And Amanda with Hardcastle Longhorn Company, I think he's going to go live down there, and he's going to get to free range for a while. Let me see here. What am I doing? Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
I told you I can't do two things. I can't talk and try to concentrate. Anyway.
I didn't know it was Paul's birthday.
Today is Paul's birthday? Oh. I didn't know either. Let's see. I can't look and talk either. You want to drive? You can drive. So anyway, we brought home a rooster again from Rendezvous, and he is a blue splash copper marin, copper maran, however you want to say it. And he's very pretty. And so I kept going back over and looking at him, and she had all these baby chicks, and she had 3 foot, well, she had little chicks that turn into 3 foot tall chickens. She was selling, let's see if Jack or them remember, Indigo Gigantica. It's not indigo, Indo, I-N-D-O, Gigantica. She had those chicks, and they're the tallest chicken in the world.
She had one that's 43 inches tall. That's just shy of 4 foot, folks.
Just shy of 4 foot. That no way on earth do I want.
Eating out of a 55-gallon barrel.
Yeah. So those black trash cans, are those 55 gallons?
A regular barrel was 55 gallons.
I saw it on the trash can. She had the 3 foot ones on the picture I saw. Either way, I don't know what the actual height is, but hers were eating out of a big black trash can, and they were standing, and their head was just going over the top. And those are wild.
Probably said you can see him on his video tomorrow.
Oh, good.
Why are you taking that back? Thank you.
Usually you're pointing out something that I'm missing, like over here.
Right here at the bottom, where everybody's posts are at.
Well, I can't talk and read at the same time.
Then why are you needing this?
Habit. So anyway, she had some little mosaics, and I was not familiar with mosaics. And I read about them today, and or on the way home yesterday. And those are going to be perfect for here. I did see the adults that she had, but she already had those sold. And so I brought home 4 little chicks. And
We're probably gonna have 2 hens and 2 roosters.
yeah, I'm hoping for 3 hens and 1 rooster, but you know that
2 whites.
that doesn't usually happen in our on Rooster
two
Road.
2 whites, 2 grays. They're not gonna be.
Yeah. Oh my. So either way, she had a lot of those long-legged breeds, but I have kind of rounded up. I think I'm going to go ahead and grab some more little chicks. If you're raising 4 chicks already, then you might as well raise more. So I'm going to go.
That's why we built the 10K coop.
Well, our girls are slowing down, and they're starting. A lot of them are starting to get older. So I need to add to the. I need to add the numbers so we can stay in the eggs. I mean, we do supply family, kids and grandbabies and grandparents, and so we have a few more chickens to get. But
find out which ones aren't laying, then we'll put them in the pot.
Oh, they might be kind of rubbery now. I don't know that I want them in the pot.
Rhodey won't care.
Well, we can put him in Rhodey's pot. Yeah, he won't care. I don't want to eat them. But yeah, I mean, I like to think that they have a retirement here. But not, I guess it's not going to be extended too long because
they cost
we don't
too
have,
much.
Yeah, they eat a lot of feed.
No eggs, no feed.
Oh, yeah.
Hot water.
Yeah, Dina, my luck. 1 hen, 3 roos. That's what I am really hoping we don't end up with. And here on Rooster Road, that's usually what we end up with. But usually more roosters than hens. But thankfully, we've always been able to move them down the road. So we brought 2 roosters and a hen home from the rendezvous as well.
Probably a hen.
2 roosters and a hen. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because I saw those Sussex, and I think I heard you talking about them earlier on your live, and they looked just like the Sussex I've always seen. I think they're speckled Sussex. I mean, that's what I know. That's what I've known. Speckled Sussex.
She hasn't been drinking, folks.
No. But my brain was thinking speckled Sussex. So anyway, my what did I call him? I called him the Blue Splash Copper Marin, and they lay the chocolate eggs. I've never had a Copper Marin, so I'm looking forward to seeing his little offspring when we incubate them, probably in the spring. So, Jack, we saw your incubator that you are that you started.
We're ready to see
the
build.
Yeah. That is going to be cool. There's Janae. Hello, Janae.
Yes, we did.
We did see one. I didn't go up and talk to it, but we saw him going across the expo.
Yep.
Hi, Troy Sutton. Dina says we both think our speckled Sussex definitely look better than the ones we brought home. Oh, really? Oh my. They looked good. I mean, I thought they looked good in the crate, but I didn't go over and, really look at them. But she must have done pretty good. I think I asked her at one point, that was before she brought the rabbits out, but I asked her if she had pretty much sold out, and she said all but the Giganticas, the I think those little ones, I saw one crate with those, oh my, they're just so tall, 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 tall. And I think she had $75 each on those chicks. So that's pretty wild for a chick. But she had sold out of at that point, everything but those. So I don't know. I'm not crazy about some of these wild ones. Oh, but Jack, did you know that these mosaics that I did get, the black and the white ones, it's a how do you say it? It's the Sermanis, Ayam Sermanis that you've raised, and I think those are the all solid black birds, but they're mixed with like a silky and I think 2 other breeds that I had never heard of before. So I was trying to learn about them. But yeah, they're going to have black faces and black beaks and, I think they've got feather feet, feather legs. And so they've got that black in them. The females are white with speckled black on them. But they have silky in them. I was kind of surprised about that. So I'm excited to see them, and they're definitely a hybrid, So anyway, okay. Were we missing anything?
Nope.
Hi, Farmall and Fords. Okay, I think we've caught up with everybody. But other than that, the rendezvous, it was good. Good getting to see everybody, and Ayam Sermanis are all black, everything spelling. Yeah. Maybe she gets her money for chicks and her nothing for free. I don't get it, Paul.
We thought we might see you, Paul.
They're at yes, she gets her money off of the chicks. Yeah. And then everything else, yeah, I don't know. But I think she had sold several of them. But I don't know. Okay. Yep. Okay. What have y'all been up to? We were hoping to see some of y'all. Now that song is running through my head. Oh, I don't know who sings it.
Dire Straits.
Yep. I'm a little slow today. Oh, I've been out. Monty was mowing. Yeah, he was mowing today too, and so I was still
popping wheelies at this.
Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
I was cleaning up. I was still picking up tools and wire and feeders and waterers and I don't know what, from
maybe one of these
fencing.
days y'all will get to see the 10K coop.
You will. You will. Oh, you can't get your computer to work on your computer. Hold on, I get my money for nothing and my chicks for free. Yes, it is. We caught it. Well,
I did.
He caught it. I came along. There's Greg and Donna.
MTV.
I want my MTV. Yep. Oh my goodness. Wow. That was a long time ago.
1985.
Oh. Yep. Oh wow. And what else? I mean, we were there.
Everybody could see my hat.
I know. That is one cool hat, Mr. Wild Huckleberries. Yep. Let's see, we made a fast trip going down there actually, because we didn't get there till about noon on Friday.
It was closer to 1, but okay.
Oh yeah. Well, somewhere I know we were shooting for noon, but and then we actually had to leave yesterday afternoon, and we got home, which it was good when we got home when we did, because we had chicks to put up and get all them going.
Mhm.
So, but it was very good seeing Jerry and Susan, yes, with Butler Family Farm. And so Jack may have popped off
I
of
think
here.
Greg was the big winner on the drawings.
Oh my gosh, he was. Mm-hmm.
He had a pile of stuff over there. 2 knives and I don't know what all else he had.
Yeah. We had a hard time even hearing a lot. I mean, the acoustics in there is a little bit difficult to hear sometimes. And but we knew they were calling out at some point, but that was after Greg had won his. I think we were sitting down there at Hardcastle for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And but so anything else happened exciting down there? The hotel was nice. Just nothing big and eventful. So it was a good rendezvous. Jack said something about the date next year, and it does not look like we're going to be able to go, but that date does not work for us. So I'm glad we got to go this year. Yeah. Funny that his son-in-law does knives, and they won 2 knives. Yeah, that's true. So when I was mentioning to Jack and I thought, well, maybe Jerry would actually have the no on this, but how we always understood the watch hours, when the watch hours dropped off, anything over 365 days drops off of your count towards your 4K watch hours. But I guess I understood it to be also your videos that were actually over a year old. So if those videos were over a year old, then their viewing, if they got any viewing, would drop off, they would not count. But after thinking about it, maybe they watch maybe it is any of your videos, even back to your first video or years back. Maybe it is just solely the watch hours, and it doesn't matter where it comes from. So I don't know. We always played it safe, and like my mom and different people who were watching the videos and trying to help us with the watch hours, then we always kind of looked at it as watch the videos within the last year just to make sure. So
throw another live up on the chick hatching, just throw another one up and
another long view.
11 or 12 hours, whatever it is, and then set your TVs throughout the house.
No, you have family members in all the different bedrooms, all the rooms, and they're watching. They are watching. We may or may not have done that, but we did have lots of family trying to get caught up on all of our videos and all of that. So those last couple 100 hours it's just like crunch time. And I guess we were a little
probably saying 365 days old, the watch hours don't count for the current watch hours.
Right. And
that's what you thought. So
no, well, what I was also saying was the videos themselves. So remember our dry pour, because that was a year and a half ago. We were thinking that, let's say that year and a half old video, it had a lot of views on it, but because that video had dropped off, it was older than a year old. It was.
See you, Jerry.
That's how we kind of
did it. Have a good week.
Night, Jerry. Y'all take care. So that's how we weren't sure. And so we were trying to, that's how we were looking at it. And that way the video was current within the last 365 days. And, it would then count toward our watch hours. So that's kind of how we did it, and not
Yeah.
knowing for sure. And also, it is real hard to even to test that because your watch hours, they're running 5 days behind. So when you try to go to your earn tab and you pull up your hours, it's as of 5 days ago. So
Yeah.
and so that was just one way we kind of looked at it to make sure.
And we worked on it.
Yeah, and thankfully I had put out some chick videos and during the hatching days this past spring, and so that kind of helped. We were watching those hatching videos and all. But yeah, am I scooting over too far? Am I out of the picture? So anyway, but you'll get there. You'll get there, Jack. And he might have had to jump off because I think he said he might have. He had to go. I'm not sure if he's having to close up outside and all too. But
don't be excited for a big payday.
then that's your next hurdle. Your next mountain to climb is getting your watch hours high enough to get over that $100 threshold so you can start getting a check. So
Rach, I have no idea.
do not know. Sorry. Not even concerned about that. That is Robbie, that is not right. What is Robbie? That is not right. What did I miss? Oh, Jack, I was just talking about the watch hours. So I probably rattled on way too long about it. And I figured you were out probably closing up animals. Hey, Lone Cross Scotty. Let's see. Yeah, but all watch time counts as watch hours. Oh, good, Jerry. I'm glad you're able to chime in on this. No many when the video doesn't matter when the video was put up. Okay, that is good to know. We were playing it safe because I was afraid that the videos that were over a year old didn't count either. So we were trying to keep everything within the, we didn't want to hit the playlist, like play all when you used to be able to do that. And I didn't want it to play those, a year and a half old videos. But thank you for clearing that up. So Jack, we should be good to go in and watch your chick hatching video because I haven't watched that in a long time. Yeah. As long as they are watching the last year.
In the last year. The last
Okay,
365
As long as the watch hours were in the last 365 days. Yeah. Okay. Good. That is good to know. You were getting set up for in the morning Bible study. I see. Okay. Well, we were just debating on that because it's so hard because we have watched so much information and different people's teaching on things. I mean, that's not the right word, but it is so hard to get information on some of this stuff. So you don't know. And the last thing we wanted was to be thinking we were racking up hours when we weren't, because it's bad enough when those good videos are just, those videos start dropping off.
It's a killer.
It is a killer. Only chat next week. Okay. Yep. Hey, and let us know. Shoot me an email when you guys are ready. Hopefully it won't be when we're on vacation, but shoot me an email when you're going to have that Da Vinci class set up. So, yep. Okay. Do we want some Bible trivia? Do we have anything else that's
Farm trivia, Bible trivia? What do you got?
not Bible trivia, regular homestead trivia? I've got farm trivia. I probably have Bible trivia somewhere. Our kids like to play Bible trivia, and
that's
they love
that's
that.
a blessing.
So, but I don't have that over here actually. Yeah, we only did three questions on the farm trivia. So, and I think we did this one. Let me get a pen. The Red Barn. When did the Red Barns come in? I think that was the last one I did last week or something. I think last week we actually only last week only did like 3 questions, 2 or 3 questions, I think. Yeah. When were the first barns painted red? When were barns first painted red? And it was in the 1700s. So
yeah, that
was crazy. I had no idea on that one. What is stored in a silo on a farm? Well, that's pretty easy. Livestock, tractors, or grain?
Divided acres. They just put. She's got bread coming out of the oven.
Oh my. Oh, well, enjoy.
Yeah, eat a piece for me.
You had bread over for dinner? You had left. Yeah. We had a tiny little bit left, and we both ate that. Okay, where?
For those of y'all that don't know, we're doing keto.
Yeah.
That means no bread.
Yeah.
No crackers. And no ice cream.
And no chips. Yeah. This is one for Mr. Paul Case. Where was the first gasoline-powered farm tractor invented?
Canada, United States.
Gasoline? Wow.
Canada, United States, or England.
Okay. Where was the first gasoline-powered farm tractor invented? Yeah. Canada, United States, or England? I have it's gasoline.
Just as odd as it sounds,
You think America?
I'll say Canada.
Canada? Yeah. Anybody got any ideas? John, you got an idea? I'll look.
I'm just
I
guessing.
mean, oh, I am too. Who would know? Paul Case could know. But I didn't even realize. I just assumed most tractors were diesel.
Not in the early days. Paul says America.
America. Well, I think that's what I was leaning towards, but.
Well, let's see.
Okay. A, Canada. B, United States. C, England. And B, America. Paul's right. Wow. I don't know farm trivia though. Which ancient civilization invented the plow? Which ancient civilization invented the plow? Sumerians, Greeks, or Egyptians? My guess would be Egyptians. Seems like they invented a lot. Sumerians, Greeks.
Oh, Brooks says Northeast Iowa.
There we go. So which ancient civilization invented the
Greeks.
plow?
Greeks.
Sumerians, Greeks, or Egyptians?
I'm going to say Greeks.
You're going to say Greeks. Troy says C, Egyptians.
Robbie says Egyptians.
Robbie says Egyptians. I think those Egyptians had it figured out back then. Okay, 6 is A.
Oh, Delighted Acres got it.
Oh my goodness. Sumerian. Wow. Good going, John. Okay. Now this one seems easy. They throw easy ones in here. What is the most grown crop in the United States? Can you answer it without me giving the answers or the choices? The most grown crop in the U.S. It would be corn, wheat, or rice. My gut immediately said corn,
Yeah,
but it might be wheat.
yeah,
I'm not sure.
yeah, because and rice. I mean, that's mainly grown in Arkansas. So
Robbie and Greg both say corn also.
I'm gonna say wheat just to be an oddball.
Just to be an oddball. Rebecca says corn. Okay, Monty's gonna take the lesser of them. Okay, which is the most grown crop in the United States, and it is corn. It's corn. I figured with the feed corn, the ethanol, the regular corn, it's like surely. Okay. Lots of rice here in Arkansas. There is. Remember when we were driving to Tennessee?
Well, Arkansas is the #1 rice in the U.S.
Okay. Yeah. Which was shocking when we
That's why it's also the duck capital of the world.
The duck capital of the world.
I'm serious.
I know you probably are. But that was shocking. That when we were going to Tennessee, because we used to go there for a while. We were going to Tennessee every summer, and it was so wild to see those rice fields.
Mm-hmm.
Those rice fields out in Arkansas on the way. Okay. Which vegetable is the most widely grown on farms worldwide? Worldwide. Which vegetable is the most widely grown on farms worldwide?
Well, B is not a vegetable.
I know. Well, so the choices are onions, tomatoes, which people consider them a veggie. They're technically a fruit, I believe, or potatoes. Onion, tomatoes, potatoes. So which one is the most widely grown on farms worldwide?
Potatoes.
I still think potatoes. I definitely think potatoes. Although onions, potatoes. Paul says potatoes. Yeah. Janae says peas. That is not on this answer sheet.
I'm going with potatoes.
It's almost got to be potatoes.
Well, I'm doing
It's almost got to be
because
potatoes.
Paul said it was.
Yeah.
Paul's right.
Greg says potatoes. Robbie. John says tomatoes. And Janae says tomatoes. Rebecca says potatoes. Okay. I think potatoes, but I think it could be onions coming in behind it, maybe. I don't know, something.
Take a lot of onions.
I know.
You got to have onions with the potatoes.
Yeah. And then there's tomatoes. Okay. 8. Ooh, 8 is B. It's tomatoes. So.
It's not a veggie.
Yeah. Janae said onions to be beans, taters, and maters. Yeah. But it was actually tomatoes. That's worldwide. Okay. Oh my.
Okay.
I think them's fruits. Okay, here's a good one. How many kernels does an average ear of corn have? How many kernels does an average ear of corn have? 500, 650, or 800?
I have no idea.
I don't either. It seems like I just saw someone talking about this though. So I'm going to lean towards 5. What am I hearing? Do I hear my kitty?
No, you're hearing Dallas Cowboys getting beat.
Sorry, guys. I get the window behind me.
Paul says 5.
I was here.
I'll go with Paul.
Yeah, I got distracted because I'm hearing, I thought it was my kitty on the porch. Okay, how many kernels does an average ear of corn have? 500, 650, or 800? I was thinking 500 also.
Greg says 652.
Oh my. Okay. Let's see. What number was that? Okay, it is 800. We all got it wrong. Did anybody say 800? Okay, we're gonna have to. Let's see. Okay, we gotta go in on over here. I don't know if anybody caught that. Sorry. Okay. That was interesting. So an ear of corn, an average sized ear of corn, has 800 kernels, give or take. Oh my. Okay. Hello, Ann Philbeck. We are doing a little farm trivia. The next one is, which farm animal has the largest population in the world? So, which farm animal has the largest population in the world? A cow, the cow, sheep, or chicken? It's got to be chicken.
I'm going to go with sheep.
It's got to be chickens. The largest population in the world.
Sheep.
Oh, Paul Case chickens. I think chickens. The spiders.
I'm going with sheep.
Yeah, you think sheep?
Yeah, they're huge.
Well, I know.
In Australia, New Zealand.
Yeah, New Zealand but they're definitely not here in the U.S.
This is worldwide.
It says worldwide. Yeah,
Okay,
chickens, Chick-fil-A. Yes, Janae. Oh, let's see. Everybody's saying chicken. Okay. Let me see. And it's chicken. Let's see. Tennessee. That is as of 2025 too. I like how they give that as of 2025. And that was the same with the vegetables grown worldwide on farms. Tomatoes. That was as of 2025. So.
Okay.
That's good.
Since we're all chicken people here,
Uh-oh.
you're going to have to give a breed.
Oh, yeah, this isn't going to be. On average, how many eggs does a hen lay every day? Each day? Well, that's silly. They're like 1, 3, or 5.
It's not even.
That question's for the wrong. They should have said how many per week. And then it's going to kind of depend on
number 1.
It's 1 on average. If you are really, really lucky, you get an egg a day per bird. But there are very few breeds that give you an egg a day. Let's see. And of course, it's A.
Yeah.
Okay. How long? Now, we probably already all know this also. How long does it typically take for a chicken egg to hatch? And I know that one. 5 days, 21 days, or 60 days. That they kind of messed up too. They could have put them a lot closer.
Mm-hmm.
5, 21, or 60. And it's 21. So. Huh?
The height says 0.47 per day.
Let's see. 12. Okay, I thought I was looking at the wrong one. 1/2, since they usually don't lay one every day. Right, Robbie. Mine don't, and they sure don't right now. I think they're all molting, and my layers, all my big girls over there, their layers, they have just all but stopped. They think they got mad at me when we moved them, even though we moved them in from a cardboard slum to a Hilton.
Yeah, the coop, whatever.
Oh my gosh. If I get this one wrong, I'm in trouble. That's what Robbie says. Yeah, me too. Okay. Oh, golly. This is a Paul question. Okay. How many acres of pasture are generally needed to feed one cow for a year? How many acres to feed one cow for a year? And I think it all depends also on what kind of
Now you're in the light, buddy.
there you go.
Hey, that's better.
What kind of I mean, like us, we've got, not desirable native grasses. So if you've got lots of good lush grass, then that's going to be better. But how many acres of pasture are generally needed to feed one cow for 12 months? Ooh, 1 to 2 acres, 5 to 6 acres, or 10 to 12 acres. It's 1 to 2. Oh, for a year. 1 to 2. No, 5 to 6 per cow. I don't know. I'm guessing, but I think it's 1 to 2.
That 10 to 12 is not enough in like New Mexico.
True. Yeah. And even with our native grasses, that's not enough either. We fed hay year round to those steers we had. But on general, what's your answer?
He said 4 here, but it looked closer to 2.
4. So maybe their 5 to 6 is right, because they've got 1 to 2 acres, 5 to 6 acres, or 10 to 12 acres.
I bet their answer is going to be 1 to 2.
Really? Okay. It is. Yep. How many acres of pasture are generally needed to feed one cow for 12 months? 1 to 2 acres. Yeah.
Wouldn't happen here.
No. With our grasses, it's probably 5 to 6. But I mean, we fed out 2 steers on less than 5 acres. So, but we fed hay, year round.
Yeah, had to.
Crazy. How many acres? We're almost done with this farm trivia. Greg says 10 to 12 for a year. Yep. John said 1 to 2. Janae says 2 to 3.
We'll give the down the middle of the road answer there.
Yeah, I know. Oh my goodness. Okay, now here's an easy one, I think, for everybody. How many stomachs does a cow have? 1, 2, or 4? It would be 4.
I can
Anybody have?
that on one hand.
Oh. Wait a minute. Am I looking at the right one? Did I just totally? How many stomachs does a cow have? 1? They said one stomach.
They don't know nothing.
Okay, let me see if I'm rereading it. How many stomachs does a cow have? A is 1, B is 2, C is 4.
And they said 1.
And come over here to 14, and they said A. They got that one wrong. I mean, I'm not wrong. No, y'all already said that. I thought, am I way off base? Maybe
Okay.
they just mixed it up.
Here's the answer. Cows have one stomach that's divided in 4 compartments.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, that's a trick question then.
yeah.
So look it up.
I mean, you can say that about the heart too. There's one heart, but it's divided into 2 halves and then quarters.
2 compartments
Basically.
per half.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, they just got that one wrong. Makes you wonder if any of the others are wrong.
Well, Greg said they're wrong. So it's really 10 to 12 acres.
Yeah, it's true. And John says 1 stomach, 4 chambers. Yep.
There's so many variables on that one where how much ground does it take to have a cow a year? Because
Yeah.
you put 3 trees on that ground in a pond, and half your land's eat up when it's 2 acres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. And like we were talking about, if you've got good farmland and good ground, but if you're over here in the brush and the trees like we are, and just native grasses and Johnson
Right.
grasses,
Or out west where it's
oh right, yeah,
barren.
Yeah.
Okay, well here's one. On average, how much milk does a dairy cow produce each day? And so I would think of like a Jersey. My neighbor's got a Jersey. But anyway, 2 to 3 gallons, 4 to 5 gallons, or 6 to 7 gallons. I'm going to say 4 to 5.
I think they're thinking more Holstein there.
I don't know, but I don't know about Holsteins and Jersey. I just know. Well, I know she's getting at least 2+ gallons a day, but she is not calf sharing. So maybe it is 1 to 2. She's got a Jersey, and I thought I remembered her saying she gets, I thought she was getting 2 gallons every time she milked. But I'm not 100% sure. But she's not calf sharing, and a lot of times you calf share. So, you take the morning, or, I think a lot of people maybe take the morning milking, and then the calf is on her the rest of the day, and then they separate them at night.
Farmall's Ford's got a question. You're an expert here.
I'm not an expert, and I think it's Shane with Farmall and Ford.
Paul's the expert.
Paul's the expert.
He raised thousands of chickens.
Yes, if there are any chicken feed experts on here. Ugh.
Throw it out there.
Yeah,
Let's hear it.
throw it out there. Yes, John, how old is the cow? My neighbor's cow is a few years old. She had her first calf, and they lost it. They lost the calf, and so my neighbor is milking, and they have to take it all. They've got to stay on top of it. Okay, Shane, I'm wanting to grind an ear of corn to make my chicken feed. I want to grind ear corn to make my chicken feed.
I think it'll work. You'll have a little more waste that they might not eat that cob like cattle would. But I think it'll work. You will need to boost the protein.
Yeah.
So you'll have to find out how much protein you should be feeding. Maybe soybean meal with it or something like that, but it'll work.
I'm gonna get my averages because I've been looking into that.
She's running around looking for her records.
I've been looking into that for
Yeah, she's wanting to make her own chicken feed.
I have been experimenting with
And
that.
essentially, I would think that would be great because it'll save me money. But
Not necessarily.
the way I also look at it, it's like, okay, this is going to be really expensive.
There's a whole nother work on there.
And that's what they say. That's what they say too, is that making your own feed is not necessarily cheaper. It's just what you're feeding them, and it's healthier.
I'll tell you a place you might be able to take some money off your feed costs, and that would be to buy your feed from the local farmers co-op instead of like at the farm store or someplace like that, because the local farmers co-op is going to have probably the cheapest price on your grains that you'll be able to buy, and most of them make feed. So
Okay. Huh. So we just got to find a local farmers co-op.
yep. Farmers cooperative that buys grain, a lot of them will grind feed and bag feed too. So it'll be cheaper there. I didn't say it's cheap. I just said that it's likely to be cheaper there than at the box stores.
Yeah, I've checked on all the different or a lot of different feeds, the Milo and the oats and the wheat and all of this. And one someone I was watching, it was Acres of Adventure, and he has a 20% protein chicken feed, which 20% is pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
He uses 3 parts Milo, 3 parts steam rolled oats or whole oats, and 2 parts wheat. And then the 1.5 parts dried distiller grains. Had no idea where to get that. I don't even really understand what that is.
That tell you what that is. That is the leftovers from the ethanol making process, and it is a higher protein feed than what the corn would be alone. But
Okay.
but when you buy that, you have no control over what it is. It's a byproduct, and they give you a range on what the protein in it can be, and you also don't have a real good hold a lot of the time on what the moisture of it is.
Okay.
But that stuff generally gets traded by the semi load, so you
Yeah.
have to buy it somewhere in a bag to be able to do it small batch wise.
Yeah. This was Acres of Adventure, and so he, it was like I don't know where he's able to get that.
Mm-hmm.
But then, so I've looked at a lot. He's got a couple of different things using whole oats and the Boss, the black oil sunflower seeds, split peas, flaxseed, whole corn, add DE, So I have been looking into this because I'd like to find a good, if I felt like it had all the right nutrients for them and the high protein, and the percentages and stuff. But he did get, or not him, but somebody else did give a good list of protein percentages for all the different things. And like flax is flaxseed or flaxseed is 37% protein, but it's also up there in cost. So
Soybean meal's like 47% or 46. So
which meal?
yeah, soybean meal.
Soybean.
But the grains that you're talking about there, I think they figure average for wheat being like 11% protein, but their Milo and your corn are about the same at 9 or something.
9, yeah.
That dried distillers grain is going to be something like 20 to 25. And so
Wow.
they use a lot of that in the cattle feed that I use.
Okay.
And it
Yeah,
works.
but to find that's what I was wondering, how to even find that in, to find that in small batch 50-pound bags.
You could buy it at the Farmers Co-op at Baxter Springs, Kansas, and probably just about any other farmers cooperative would bag you some.
Okay, I'd have to look at that. So anyway, I have been looking into that. So I don't know. We totally left Shane out of the loop here. Donnie says there will be lots of cheap soybean this year. So go back up. Did
The
what
other
did Shane?
the other thing that you might find if you're and they don't probably want to do real small batches, but if somebody's out there and got a grinder mixer and they want to make them a couple times, if you find a farmer that has his own bins on his own place, you'll buy the grain from him cheaper. And I don't know how it is everywhere, but even my local farmers co-op, which is the cheapest outlet to buy like bagged feed and bagged grain from, they almost double the price of what they give for it when they put it in a bag.
Oh wow, yeah.
Like right now, they're buying corn around $4 a bushel, which makes it what, $7 to $7.50 a hundredweight, and they're getting like $9 or $10 a 100 pounds for it. And so you
Hmm.
can, a lot of farmers will sell you grain that way. So
Mhm.
that
Hmm.
there's a lot of times they run into other issues where the elevators will all get full of grain. Last year? They ran into issues with the Mississippi River being so low they couldn't get barges out.
Oh.
A lot of guys not able to move grain.
Oh, wow.
Run into
Good.
that kind of stuff.
Hi, Shayla and Dakota.
I was
Fear
shocked.
Not Farms.
I went pheasant hunting up in Kansas. It's been a few years ago, but I didn't know that they basically like the silage, but they fill it with corn. I would think the rats and mice would just have a field day in that stuff.
I don't know how to keep them out of it. I assume that the mice and rats can't put up with it being inside like that. But yeah, they actually put up high moisture corn like silage. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just surprised driving by and seeing those, and it's like, holy cow.
Huh. Well, that was, I don't know. So, Shane, if you are finding out what, um, how you want to do it, I was even thinking like our scratch that we do. I know it's got a lot of wheat and Milo in it. And we had an extra bag of wheat that we just kind of mixed with the regular scratch for them. And so then I started fermenting it. I've been doing that for a while, ferment it for a couple of days, where it's almost like some of it is actually sprouting. And they say that they eat so much less. And it's more filling and actually more nutrients because it sprouts. It's sprouting, and also it's holding the moisture, and so they are also staying more hydrated. The only problem is when we leave town, you're kind of stuck with it's kind of hard, so we tapered them off, and I let them finish what I'd fermented for them. And then just getting back from rendezvous, then I'll start it back up. But I still have their pellets. I still, have their pellets out for them. But I would like for them to eat less for sure, especially when they're molting and maybe they've just changed their mind and they don't care about giving me any eggs. So I just, but I have to, I'm in that process of experimenting with what exactly. I don't think the scratch has got enough nutrients in that without me adding something that's got a higher protein and all, because like the wheat, even when we added more wheat, they say hard red. Now, granted, I know it can fluctuate a little bit, but like the red hard wheat is like 15% and soft white's like 12%. And Milo is at 9%. So, and then I have to go back and look at, how they figure all that up. But I do need to add either the black oil sunflower seeds, the Boss, which those are expensive. I'd have to get the parts down too, but that's 26%. So that would bump it. And peas and legumes, 25%, that would bump it. Or brewer's yeast. And the flax that I've looked at is just pretty expensive. So, and if you want them to be closer to a 20%, especially for winter, then you've got to bump it up. And so
During the summer, grasshoppers and frogs are a whole lot cheaper.
yeah.
And they'll make your yolks
So
really orange.
I am kind of like Shane. I would love to make ours too. I just haven't stumbled across a good recipe and knowing the percentages and all that.
Dakota said whole soybeans need to be they're toxic.
They're actually toxic, so they need to be fermented or roasted.
You don't want to feed them whole or even just ground. They've got too much oil in them.
Yeah. I didn't even actually have that written down, but is it, I think, where did I see it? Was it Acres of Adventure soybean? I don't know. Or if that was a meal. I don't know if that was a meal or a bean. So I'm not sure about the soybean. If they grind it.
I'm not sure about the roasted ones. I don't know if they're higher protein yet than the soybean meal is either. I know they don't do anything else to them when they roast them besides grind them, put them right in a feed. But that's kind of an old farmer thing.
Yeah, I was looking over here for like sheep and goat feed, and I do see where they've got the soybean, the rolled soybean there. Corn, barley, rolled soybean. Yeah, I don't remember whose was. Oh, this was Lanessa Farms. I like Lanessa Farms for sheep and goat stuff.
Rolled soybeans or roasted soybeans?
These are called rolled.
Hmm.
And I'd have to look and see.
How do you roll a soybean?
Run it between two rollers is probably what. It's pretty. I mean,
Don't ask me these things.
smart aleck.
What are we talking about feeding again? Oh, Dakota, Shayla, I'm not sure. We were actually talking about chicken feed because Shane with Farm All and Fords, he had said, what was his exact question about?
Using
Deer
deer
corn.
corn.
Okay. Why soybeans are twice the price of soybean meal? Probably probably because they have to grind it down.
Yes. Soybeans will roll on their own. You got to have a pretty tight box to hold them dudes.
I bet. I was wondering if it was because deer hunters buy them down when they will pay whatever. So hunters, I don't know.
I know 2 other channels on YouTube that pick ear corn or harvest corn, and their biggest buyer are hunters
Okay.
buying it to feed white-tailed hill mountain goats. You know, them white-tailed mountain goats that have them fancy horns.
Okay.
Well, I was at Atwoods today over in Shawnee, and they've got a sale, $5.99 a bag for deer corn. And,
Oh wow.
And their people were rolling the cartloads of those things out.
Did you get any?
No.
Oh, wow.
I got a friend that lives not far from us that said I can hunt off his back porch.
Let's see. Well, Dakota and Shayla, he says soybean meal or soy meal is what is left after they process the bean for oils. Okay. Byproduct of soy meal or soybean. Soy meal is the byproduct.
Soybean oil.
Okay.
Soy oil.
Robbie's asking what size bag?
40 pound.
Times fast.
Dakota says, how about this? How come I can't use my farm tax on deer corn? Huh. And the other whole corn costs $3 more a sack at Atwoods.
I noticed that.
I don't know.
The deer corn was they had it on sale for $5.99, and I walked by and whole corn over by the feed was $9.99.
Did they consider that maybe that hunting is a sport or whatever and people aren't doing it for food? Could that be it?
I don't know. Well, you're
I don't
using
know.
it. You're using it for food.
Hopefully they're, yeah.
you're going to go ahead and feed that deer corn to your animals, it looks like the $3 a bag cheaper would be much less than what the tax was you could save.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Uh-oh. See, cutting out a little bit. Let's
A
see.
little bit.
Janae says, spot on Dakota. Okay, that makes sense. I don't know. That's kind of crazy. Janae loves corn on the cob.
Not the kind of corn we're talking about.
You wouldn't want that. Hey, I heard somebody call something I didn't have any idea about earlier today. They said that paper towels were just napkins on the cob. I don't know.
That's good. Okay, let's see. I've been missing the.
I
Up
not
here.
missed nothing.
Did you read these?
Yeah.
The Port of Catoosa has a bunch of rank grain from having to put it in temporary silos on the ground. Did y'all already talk about that? I missed it.
Basically.
Okay. I was doing our questions and well, we only have like 2 or 3 more questions. Okay.
Well, we're 12 minutes overdue.
Well, we still got to finish them.
Well, and these last ones, they're wrong.
Oh,
they're wrong on some of it.
They're wrong on some of it?
Look at the last one. Number 18. What is a group of pigs called? A drove, a tribe, or a brood? Or
A group?
a sounder?
What is a group of pigs called? A sounder. A drove, a tribe, or a brood?
Or broad, if you don't read
Brood.
right. Oh, that is brood.
Brood.
Okay.
Rude.
A tribe, a brood, a drove. I would have guessed a drove, but
I've always heard them
I heard
called
them a sounder.
it's called a sounder.
18 says a drove.
What? No way.
Did you hear it? Do you know it as a sounder also?
Never heard of that. Never heard of it. Actually,
A drove or a sounder?
we always made fun of people who had pigs and said they had a herd of them.
What do they call it?
Breakfast.
They call it a drove.
Like breakfast.
Which that's what I guessed it as, is a drove. But
That's
what is a female sheep called? A mare, a ewe, or a sow?
You guessed it.
Would be a ewe. My little sheep. Last one. How many toes does a sheep have on each foot?
That
One.
depends if you got too close to the saw.
1, 2, or 3. How many toes does a sheep have on each foot? 1, 2, or 3? They don't have toes.
They have hooves. And it's split.
They have
So
a
there's
split.
two.
They have a split hoof.
So it's
Have
two.
we just been? Have they just been lying to us this whole?
What'd they say?
Well, they said B 2,
Okay.
2 toes, 2 toes.
Okay.
Oh my hooves.
Fair
God.
enough. What'd he say? You seen the sound of my pigs, you would understand why I call them a herd.
Uh-oh. Then you got a lot. John and Kelly, 2. Yep. Goats and sheep, they have hooves.
Mm-hmm.
Cloven hoof. They sure do. I know that for a fact. Because they step on my feet all the time. I got big old girls that don't get out of the way. Oh my goodness.
Delighted. I think it's an AI trivia thing. I really get a tickle out of some of them. They'll call a tractor a John Deere that has an all.
Well, kind of like all soda pop is Coke.
Right. Yeah.
Growing up, that's the way it was with us.
Yeah.
What kind of Coke you want?
What kind of Coke you want? There was always a Coke. Yeah. When city folks create farm trivia.
I heard a good one.
Okay.
What state has the smallest soda pops?
I'm horrible at this stuff.
Anybody want to guess?
I'm thinking.
Robbie, John, Dakota.
What state has the smallest soda pops?
I don't know.
How about Minnesota?
All right, he's gone.
Bye, Paul. Minnesota. I didn't even.
I was thinking Rhode Island. I was trying to come up with something, and then Minnesota didn't come into the picture.
No, I didn't even see that one coming. No.
Okay.
Us too, Janae. Minnesota. Okie doke. Well, we probably ought to get off of here. Tomorrow is another work day. So,
Another work week.
another work week.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this was fun, guys. We didn't have a whole lot of topics going on, but that's when I pull out the, I've got these there we go. Homestead trivia cards. But this one, that farm trivia today, I just printed that off. There we go.
We found
I
out
love doing those.
They were wrong.
They were wrong on a couple of them, so it makes me wonder how many they were wrong on. We just assumed they were right. Oh, because the on average, how much milk does a dairy cow produce each day? And we were all guessing, 1 to 2, 4 to 5. They said 6 to 7 gallons. And I don't think we gave the answer on that one, but it was C. 15 was C. And 6 to 7 gallons, I guess so. I mean, like a Jersey. But I didn't think it was that high. I was actually thinking 3 to 4 originally. But, and then again, maybe the different breeds, but I'm not sure. And then again, if you're calf sharing, then, the calf is getting half of that. But anyway, okay, y'all. Thank you for hanging out with us. We had fun, and we'll let everybody get off of here so we can all go get ready for the new work week.
Yep.
So you guys take care, be blessed, and we will see you next week.
See y'all.
Love you guys. Bye.